there's a lot of good young running backs in the league, and we're going to be talking about if we had started a team today, who would we be choosing going forward? Now, personally, I think David Johnson, I think he's the hottest back in the league. Like, last year, he was phenomenal, and this year he's already shown it again, and he was one of the later rookies. See, there was already like 7 people chosen in front of him in last year's draft, but this year he already has 705 yards, second in the league, behind Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah, I know, he's a fire guy right now. He's averaging 4.5 yards a carry with 8 touchdowns. Like, these are some really good stats, and it's not like he has the offensive line like the Cowboys do to propel him into that farther elite category as of right now. I think he'll have to be like older until he gets the hang of it more. But right now he's the hottest back in fantasy. He has the most points. I would choose him if I had to start a team today.
Well, you said who I think it is, and that is Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott, he started out kind of slow, I'm not going to lie, but ever since then, he has been putting up insanely amount of yards and touchdowns since the start of the season. And yeah, David Johnson has 8, Ezekiel Elliott has 5, but Ezekiel Elliott's been putting up more yards. Right now, Ezekiel Elliott leads the league in yards, and he's been growing every week. He started out first game 2.6 yards, like that was an average. Last week, 8.9 average per run. He's not doing like a few runs. He's doing like 15, 23, 30, 21, 20. He's doing a lot for his team. And yes, they do have a good O-line, and that would help. But I honestly believe no matter what team you start him on, he could be putting up the same amount of numbers. And he's already doing better than David Johnson.
Yeah, that's where we disagree. I think if he was off the Dallas O-line, like the Dallas O-line made Darren McFadden look good last year. They made DeMarco Murray, who's a great running back. Don't get me wrong, he's a great running back.
He's like third right now, so that's not even
okay.
That's not even an argument.
They made us
not even an argument. He's third.
They made him look like Emmitt Smith out there. Now I know he's a good running back. All right, that's not what I'm saying.
Put him behind any O-line, he'll do good.
What did he do? What did DeMarco Murray do on the Eagles?
Not on the Eagles, but
what about this season? Why not on the Eagles?
Because they didn't have a good O-line.
Okay.
Their O-line
there you said it yourself.
Their O-line was crap, though. There's a big difference between.
So say you put Zeke on Philly's O-line, would he be putting up the same numbers?
I honestly, Zeke is bigger than DeMarco Murray.
But Zeke is not like
Zeke is only a freshman.
He's still young.
He's only a freshman.
Oh, rookie. He's still young.
Well, yeah, same thing.
He's still young. But see, what helping Zeke is too. Not only does he have the offensive line making him look better, what he also has going for him is Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott not making any turnovers whatsoever. He had the record for not.
You're telling me Carson Palmer's not good?
Thank you. He had the record.
Carson Palmer, not good.
Thank you. He had the record for not throwing an interception as a rookie. I think it was 180 something. I can't remember off the top of my head. But that allows Zeke to stay in the game more, and he's keeping defenses honest. They don't he makes it a dual threat offense because run and pass are both equally valuable. But in Carson Palmer was good last year, but this year what is he doing?
Same spot as the same as Cam Newton's in. Doesn't mean he's not good.
What is he doing?
How many times you can say thank you?
What is he
How many
doing?
times you can say thank you?
No. Carson Palmer last year, he was phenomenal, so was David Johnson. David Johnson this year, still phenomenal. Quarterback situation, shaky. David Johnson, his defense isn't giving him the ball a lot either. Like, there's been some questions whether Tyrann Mathieu is still as good as he was, like, not too long ago. And, that defense, they have way too many stars not to be putting up bigger numbers than they are right now. Like, David Johnson, like, if you see some of his runs, this dude is huge. He's huge, and he's only a sophomore. He's plowing people.
He's a freshman. He's doing better.
He's not doing better. Just a few yards that doesn't mean better. That doesn't mean better. I think if you switch teams, that it wouldn't even be close to yardage. Because David Johnson, I'm not saying Ezekiel Elliott isn't going to be better next year. Because the freshman sophomore jump is huge.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying he won't be a sophomore stud just like David Johnson is. But, I'd have to choose David Johnson. Based off size and ability, like when I saw last week when he hurdled that guy from a standing vertical, and then he continued to juke out people, that
was good.
I can't bet against that. Ezekiel Elliott looks hot, but David Johnson's someone I'm not betting against. Guys, let us know in the comments who you think is better, and always like and subscribe. You're watching The Verdict.